at the start of my session, I saw a wasp flying in and out of the joint. And it's all well and good, I don't want to harm any of the bees or the wasps or whatever, like especially bees, I tried to kind of work my way around it. But then the wasp started circling around a box in the garage and started going in and out. And I thought, my God, is there a nest in there? This box has been there, I don't know, for a very, very long time. I haven't touched it. And for a while there, I was like, I'll just have to kind of keep an eye on it. And then my kids got out of the house, started running around the garage. And then I just thought, well, this is dangerous. I don't want, my kids to run around while I'm not looking and they'll get stung. So then I decided to deal with it. Flew out and I hit it with my shirt, killed it, threw it outside, put it in the bin, and that was that. Now, I remember back in the day, I don't know when exactly, or maybe this is just my brain playing tricks on me, but I remember seeing something, reading something, hearing something about wasps having really good memory, like herd memory. Like, they will smell the blood, they will smell the death of one of their own, and they'll come after me. So hopefully that's not the case, because I had to do whatever I had to do to protect my little ones, because I don't know, man. Wasps flying around with my little girl running around, my little boy running around, that's not a good mix. Anyway, that was the start of my session. So for the rest of the session, I'm kind of looking over my shoulder, waiting for a whole bunch of these, wasps traveling in packs, hunting me down. When we first bought the house, 3 years ago now, probably, there was a whole bunch of these wasp nests around the place, which I kind of ignored for a little while. And then my kids started hanging around outside more and more with me. They were kind of growing up older and older. And then eventually I started scraping them off. Luckily, none of those nests didn't seem like they were used. And then I haven't really seen a wasp until today. And now these wasps are coming back. Obviously, the weather's starting to warm up. And as you guys know, Australia is the land of freaking billion deadly species of all sorts of snakes, spiders, you name it. So now I'm kind of like, man, should I do a big clean out of the garage, make sure there's nothing sitting around, lurking around the corner to sting me. Now, I've been stung by a wasp before, and I got stung right underneath my eyebrow. So I was lucky it didn't freaking get my eye. Like in between the eyelid and the eyebrow, like right in that corner. My face blew up. It looked like somebody threw a solid left hook and hit me. It was like a tennis ball attached to my eye. I could barely open my eye. This was probably when I was 15 years old. I remember because I was, at the house that we lived in at the time, I had a basketball ring in the backyard and I was shooting, putting, freaking hundreds of shots a day. And this one particular time, the ball bounced off the rim, went into this little side little shed where we kept the freaking lawnmower. That's about it. So it was very, very unused. Went in there to grab the ball and all of a sudden, I felt like I got stung 1 billion times in one split second. My eye blew up. Went inside the house, I saw the rest of it. Luckily, I wasn't allergic to it, but I know some people are allergic to wasps, and that's a whole nother freaking kettle of fish, because you can have anaphylaxis from a damn wasp on top of the pain that the wasp dealt. So it's interesting how my whole perspective changed. Now I'm kind of like, I've got a territory in my damn garage. My kids are here. I could tolerate some of these hairy long leg spiders that are like, running around on the ceiling of the garage. Obviously, it's an outdoor freaking setting. I won't be able to sterilize the whole place, but a wasp circling around, trying to make a little home in the little box next to my little girl who's sitting there playing around, I can't have that. So I killed the wasp today. I don't like it. I'm one of those guys that if there's like a bug in the house, I'll try and like cup it with a drinking cup, put paper underneath it, take it outside, throw it outside. I'm one of these guys, right? Like, especially bees, man. Like, you don't want to mess around with bees. Bees are like more important than human life, basically, in terms of the planet. But I took a life today, man. I took a wasp. Took it down, man. Crossed the line. You can't be settling in somewhere where I'm freaking training and having my kids run around. But it got me thinking. It got me thinking how your perspective on life, your view on actions in life changes when you have kids, man. If I didn't have kids, if my kids were not in the area where we're talking about the garage, I would have left that wasp to run around. Maybe I would have taken that box, put it outside, shifted that box, done something like that. But the fact that my kids were running around, and I'm like, initially I was like, okay, I'll get the kids out of here for today. I won't. And I thought, no, man, I can't do that. I can't have my kids restricted because who knows where the other wasps are. So I put a freaking line down in the sand, and I said to the wasp, man, you're not freaking getting in here. This is my home. But it's interesting how life changes when you have kids, when you have something to protect. All of a sudden, you have something that's more important than you. If I get stung, whatever, man, that's fine. Like, I have enough medical knowledge to deal with it, and I'm not scared. But with a child, the immune system of a child, like all this stuff that goes on, I don't want to, I can't handle that. I can't handle that stress. So I popped a cap in that wasp, put a cap in it. In terms of a freaking shirt whip. And for the rest of the time, I was like, man, should I have done that? Should I have killed that wasp? I don't know. I don't even know the significance of a wasp in terms of like in the balance of the freaking ecosystem or whatever. I don't know if they have any play like that, or if they're just freaking predators running around. I know bees are like top of the freaking, top of the list of importance of species on the planet. Maybe some of you guys who are well versed in biology and ecosystems and whatever, you can talk to that a little bit, but I kind of feel bad for doing it. I should have probably taken the box out and left it out. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. I'm in that mindset right now where I'm like, I'll upset the whole damn ecosystem for the safety of my kids. And I'm sure every other parent would do the same thing. Generally speaking. Whether you would have killed the wasp or not, no, I don't know. Anyway, man, I didn't plan to talk about a freaking wasp for the whole video, but that's on my mind. Anyway, that was kind of like the highlight, not the highlight, the low light, the light, let's just leave it at that, of the session. It was me versus the wasp. And I'm up one. But who knows if they're going to come back in a pack and mess me up. Well, hopefully they don't. Hopefully my kids are not there when they come and mess me up. Anyway, guys, appreciate you. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.